Iyabisi shouted, "Who is there? What are you doing in my cellar?" And the two coppers ran out of the cellar immediately and started running like something was chasing them. Iyabisi realized that some people were actually trying to sneak into her cellar. She tried to chase them. She chased and "Corpers, how dare you pour my food away? Don't you know it is food that I sell for business? If you don't want to eat, why don't you return it? Is it because I offer to serve you my food? How can you pour the food away?" And they apologized to Iyabisi, pretending that it was a mistake and that the food has mistakenly poured on the floor. They stood up and headed home from Iyabisi's restaurant. Meanwhile, Iyabisi becomes even more powerful. The villagers remain blissfully unaware, their love for her food binding them to the dark changes in their lives. With each meal served, Iyabisi fortified herself, using the destinies of the villagers to maintain her strength. As Dele and Ese settled into the village life, they noticed how no one questioned Iyabisi. "Why does she cook alone?" Dele asked one evening. Ese ponders. "And where does she go after serving?" And Ese also said to Dele, "I noticed that whenever she's serving a meal, she's always entering inside and coming out consistently. I want to find out what is in that restaurant deep inside that she keeps visiting all the time. And why does she never cooks in the public? Why does no one know where she cooks her food from? Where does she get the food she brings to the restaurant every morning?" So many questions pondered through Ese and Dele's mind, and they decided to discover the hidden door behind the restaurant that Iyabisi always went through. Determined to uncover the truth, the two friends decided to investigate. They waited until nightfall to sneak into Iyabisi's store, hoping to find clues. They discovered a hidden door behind the store, leading to a dark cellar. Inside the cellar, Iyabisi was packing up to leave. Dele and Ese find jars with strange ingredients and bottles with faded labels. One jar glows ominously, and Ese read the label, "Essence of Lost Destiny." Horror washes over them. "This is how she's stealing our joy," Ese gasped. As they dug deeper, they found a glittery glass. Just as they were about to lift the glass, Iyabisi shouted, "Who is there? What are you doing in my cellar?" And the two coppers ran out of the cellar immediately and started running like something was chasing them. They ran as fast as they could into the dead woods and streets of the village. Iyabisi realized that some people were actually trying to sneak into her cellar. She tried to chase them. She chased and chased them, but couldn't find who exactly was there. But she knew some people were there. Ese and Dele ran as fast as they could, gasping for breath. After they got home, they told themselves, "We were almost caught, but we will not give up. We must find out what exactly Iyabisi is up to, and we will expose her in this village." That night, Dele had strange dreams. He saw shadowy figures dancing around him and heard whispers that made him feel uneasy. In the morning, he woke up, confused but determined to return to Iyabisi's store. Meanwhile, Ese had been digging deeper. She spoke to the villagers and discovered stories of women who lost their babies and men who forgot their pasts. Everything pointed back to Iyabisi. "We have to find out what she's really doing," she told Dele. The two friends devised another plan to uncover Iyabisi's secrets. They decided to follow her one night to see where she went to. As the village slept, they trailed behind her, their hearts pounding with curiosity. To their shock, they discovered that Iyabisi didn't go home. Instead, she walked deep into the forest carrying her pots. Hidden behind a tree, they watched as she began to cook under the moonlight. Surrounded by glowing spirits, she whispered incantations, stirring her pot with strange ingredients. It was then they realized that she was using magic to enchant her food. She's part of an evil association, Ese gasped. She uses her food to steal our destinies. Just then, Iyabisi turned, sensing that they were there. "Caught you!" she exclaimed, her eyes narrowing. "You shouldn't have come here, you Corpers." Dele and Ese froze in shock, but courage surged through them. "We know your secret, Iyabisi," Dele shouted. "You won't get away with this." But Iyabisi just laughed. "You think you can stop me? I'm powerful. You will forget this encounter before morning." Suddenly, the spirits around her surged, their energy swelling like a storm. Dele and Ese realized they had to act quickly. "Let's break her spell," Ese shouted, gathering her strength. They called out to the villagers, waking them up, shouting, "Help us! Iyabisi is using magic," they cried. The villagers rushed to the scene. As they gathered, Iyabisi's power began to weaken. With the strength of the village behind them, Dele and Ese confronted Iyabisi. "You can't control us anymore," they declared. Iyabisi laughed. "You think you can stop me? You all are just like pencils to me." The villagers froze, caught in a trance as Iyabisi feeds off their fear. Just as it seems all hope is lost and Iyabisi was beginning to overpower the villagers, Kofi, late Amina's friend, stepped forward holding Amina's favorite toy, a small charm that had belonged to her. And he shouted, "This is for you, Amina," he cried, channeling his grief into courage. "We will not be afraid." Dele and Ese instantly remembered the glittery stuff they found in the cellar the first day they were attempting to catch Iyabisi, and they ran into the cellar and lifted the glittery stuff and discovered it was a mirror. They took the mirror straight to where the villagers and Iyabisi was. The villagers, stirred by Kofi's bravery, joined in. "We won't let you take our joy," they chanted. The power of their collective love and remembrance began to break through Iyabisi's magic. As the villagers united together, Iyabisi's magic filters. The reflection in the mirror revealed her true form and the big two horns on her head. The villagers could finally see the horns that mark her as a sorceress. With one final desperate cry, Iyabisi attempted to escape, but the villagers are too strong for her. "Your reign of darkness ends now," Kofi declares, as the collective energy of their love and unity surrounds Iyabisi. In a burst of light, she shrinks and the horns on her head vanishes. Iyabisi instantly started to scream, crying and begging, and she said, "Please forgive me. I was not this evil." Long ago, Iyabisi narrated, Iyabisi was not always the feared vendor she is now. She was once a simple cook, loved by all in her village. However, one fateful day, she stumbled upon an ancient book in the forest, hidden beneath the roots of an old tree. The book contained powerful spells that promised to grant its reader immense abilities and money. Desperate for recognition and admiration, Iyabisi began to practice the dark magic within its pages. As she delved deeper into the spells, Iyabisi became consumed by her desire for power. The magic twisted her, manifesting as two horns that sprouted from her head, symbols of her greed and ambition. Each time she used her magic to enchant her food, the horns grew larger, further marking her as a sorceress. Instead of becoming beloved, she became feared, yet released the attention, believing it was worth the price. That was how Iyabisi became an evil cook with 2 horns. She narrated this story to the villagers, but they were still angry with her. They didn't want to listen to her pleas at all, considering all the evil and atrocities she has committed already in the village. Iyabisi started to shrink. The villagers started shouting, chasing her, and she shrank gradually, collapsing to the ground as she vanished. The village is freed from her grip, but the pain of Amina's loss lingers. The villagers honor her memory, vowing never to forget the brave girl who sought the truth. With Iyabisi gone, they began to heal, reclaiming their destinies and joy. Dele and Ese, alongside Kofi, helped to rebuild the community. They turned Iyabisi's store into a gathering place for food, friendship, and stories of bravery. Though the memories of Iyabisi's darkness remained, they are overshadowed by the light of unity and love. In conclusion, the village learned that true magic lies in the bonds of community and the courage to confront darkness. Amina's spirit lives on, reminding everyone of the importance of standing together against evil. This engaging story teaches children about bravery, the value of friendship, and the strength found in unity. Secondly, be mindful of where you eat, what you eat, and what you accept. For not everything that glitters is gold. True nourishment comes from the heart, not from those we seek to take advantage of you. Thank you so much for listening to this story. My name is Onyi of Onyi Stories and Folktales, and please, if you haven't subscribed, kindly click on the subscribe button. Be a part of my growth, please. Turn on the notifications so when I post more interesting stories, you'll be the first to get them. And if you're a returning subscriber, hey, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching my stories. I really appreciate you. And please, if you haven't subscribed again, kindly click on the subscribe button. Be a part of my growth. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.